Hello and welcome to the Tarot Storyteller. This is a new YouTube channel I've created solely for tarot readings. My name is Elle and I'm one half of the core team at the Collective Energy channel. I talk about creativity and spirituality with my dear friend Saphira over there, and I've included the link in the description box below. As a reader, I am looking for a story in the cards and then looking for some sort of resonance or empathy that helps me evaluate my personal life and current situation. So this is a natural process that happens with all art. We find pieces of ourselves and our experiences in scenes, characters, and lyrics and make an emotional connection with the work. So that's always our aim when we're looking at tarot, and we just want to have a good time and be entertained, okay? Today's reading is going to focus on what good things are coming up and what we have to do to be prepared and accept them. I just want to look at the positive and constructive sides of everything and keep this light and just fun. So we have 3 piles here to choose from. I will leave timestamps below for the individual sections, and I will come back at the end to talk about the decks I use and just give a general statement about how to put your best foot forward. Hello! If you chose the first pile, let's take a look at your reading. The oracles we have are Wish Wisely, Music, and Wisdom, met with the magpie, which encourages you to quote-unquote reevaluate your priorities. Now, before I jump into this, I'm going to take a quick look at the tarot cards. In tarot, we first have Temperance, then the Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles with the Five of Swords. Now, there's a lot about balance here and that overarching message that there's a need to evaluate what you've taken on in order to determine what can be cut out comes through here too. The clarifying energies are very strong. The Six of Wands, success. The Queen of Wands, creative, multitasking, feminine energy. The Magician, the ability to bring all that you desire into the world. And the Eight of Wands, which is swiftness, passion, and movement. There is an undeniable rise here in the wings, but going back to the previous energies we saw in the oracles and the primary tarot draw, I feel like there is this need to determine what is really working for you and what isn't. Let's take a quick peek at the charms. First, we have the letter C, which reminds me again of cut, the gnome and the dragon, which represent figments of the imagination, the turtle and the bicycle, which together kind of indicate steady but sure movement, the cat in the box, which talks about taking up anything that seems to suit for the moment. These charms in particular seem to be talking about a creative situation that is complicated or stunted by taking on too much without a regard for what you can actually manage. Then there's this other element, which we see throughout the cards as well, with the cap, which is holding in or releasing bottled up emotions. The clear crystal, indicating intuition. The heart with the beat, which is something awakening or resonating within your heart space. And the paperclip caught within the skull, which is a connection that is stuck in the throes of death. Now, there is something emotional that's likely underneath all of what's going on. Perhaps a significant romantic or familial connection that is changing, needs to be changed, or is sparking the whole problem at hand. But we're not here to talk about problems. We're here to talk about the good things coming in and how to get to them. So what I see with these cards is that once you get really clear on what you want and let go of the things you don't, even if you don't hard end everything, you're going to see significant movement and it's going to come rapidly. So let's talk about endings, because I feel like there is a lot of detail here. We have this Five of Swords energy, which to me reads more like evaluation than simply an ending, especially with the Seven of Pentacles. In traditional Rider-Waite symbology, we would see the Five of Swords with 3 figures that have had vastly different experiences of an ending. So in a lot of ways, this could be a caution of how you choose to end things and how it's going to affect the people involved as you go forward, not just yourself. So while you might be perfectly right to cut things off, if you think something isn't working for you, consider what's at stake, who's involved, and how to best communicate your frustration or dissatisfaction. Is it possible to suspend a project for a later date or to reevaluate how you're managing it going forward? Could you delegate those tasks to someone else? This could also indicate a need to simply let go of the outcome of something and let it develop and then evaluate it after that point. So if it's something you don't have control over, it could just mean that you need to let go of it. I feel like there's plenty of work for you to do in getting clear on the things you need in the here and now. And it's safe to shift your energy away from anything that you're not really vibing with at the moment, okay? I think the clearest, most positive message in this draw is that a lot of success and creativity are coming in, and your concern should be on feeling balanced and right in your own head. If this resonates, congratulations and best of luck. Okay, so that's what I have for this pile. If you didn't get anything from this read, you're definitely welcome to jump back in and watch one of the others. If you like the reading, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I'm fairly new, and I hope to keep growing, so you can leave any questions or comments below. As I said, I'm new to YouTube, so I'm very likely to respond rather promptly. Alright, thanks so much, have a great day. Hello, if you chose the second pile, let's take a look at your reading. I typically start with the oracles, but the tarot is really pulling at me, so let's just do that first. First, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which is an ending or bad timing, but also a reminder that though things may be down in the current movement, you're on the upswing. The Ten of Wands in reverse is dropping something right before you got there, likely because the weight of it was just too heavy. The final energies are the Five of Pentacles or feeling isolated, clarified by the Four of Wands in reverse, which feels like you've pulled yourself back in. You're keeping everything to yourself and feeling left out in the cold because of it. This energy is very much you tried it the wrong time and got overwhelmed by a soft no, and then you dropped everything and retreated. There's no hermit here because there's no consideration involved. This was an instinctual thing. Perhaps it even came from a place of prior wounding or trauma. Anyway, it's clarified by the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Moon. So there's a huge need to get clear on things with these two no-nonsense swords court cards. The King of Swords makes hard decisions with an inner knowing that things are going to fall in his favor in the end. And the Knight of Swords, well, that's a little bit more of a kill them all and let their god sort it out kind of energy, so maybe temper somewhere in between those two. Yet the thing about the moon and that idea of being in the dark about things is that sometimes you need to be okay with sitting in that ambiguity. You need to make yourself okay with not knowing everything and still just being clear on what's in your heart and what you want going forward. That leads us back into the rest of the reading. The oracles are believe in magic and precious time, which encourage you to live in the right now and believe that what you want is coming your way. Moreover, with this goose card, which reads your dreams and desires are calling you to action, the energy is not simply sitting and waiting for magic to happen to you, but to make the right moves towards the collective of your goals without letting an aspect of bad timing in one endeavor or another hang you up. So let's look at the charms and wrap this all up because the message seems pretty clear to me. The letters that came out are M and A, which could mean a variety of things to a variety of people, but just seeing it as am and as a reminder of being and the reality that we make lends back to that idea of believing in magic, living in the moment, and accepting things as they come. Then we have 2 and 20, which are balanced energies, and in the major arcana speak of the high priestess and judgment, intuition and fate, believing that what is for you will come to you. Then we have the World and the Zodiac Ring, which talk about cycles, just like the Wheel of Fortune. Again, things will come back around. Scorpio can be about emotional intensity and passion. It's Mars energy, late October to early November in time frame. Then we have a pineapple, the sun, and quote-unquote, this is a positive sign, which are all abundant positive symbols. Then we hook back into that moon energy with the ornate heart and round pendant here, which represent things being a lot more complicated on the inside. And with the heart, it could be something pertaining to emotion. Overall, I feel like this reading is asking you to take heart and not give up. While withdrawal is a valid coping mechanism, you need to be careful that you don't let hidden things chase you off of your path forward. Be okay with not knowing all of the details of how and when the things you want are coming to you, and sit in that energy of being sure that good things lie ahead. Even if this is a stretch of the truth, it will put you in the best headspace to deal with problems as they come and seek out the opportunities that could be breakthroughs. Okay, so that's what I have for this pile. If you didn't get anything from this read, you're welcome to jump back and watch one of the others. If you like this reading, please consider liking the video and subscribing to this channel. I'm fairly new, and I hope to keep growing, so if you leave any questions and comments below, I'll very likely respond rather promptly, because I've got nothing else to do. So anyway, thanks so much and have a great day. Okay, hello. If you chose the third pile, let's take a look at your reading. So the oracles we have are Tree Wisdom and Wait for Winter. And there's an aspect to time and phases in what's coming in, and you need to be willing to put the work in to see it through. On the other side of the spread, we have the Bluebird card, which says you are being gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. So perhaps you're just working through some heavy emotional stuff to get right mentally as you move towards your goals. Overall, this is saying that there's a process here and there will be seasons to this journey. And you need to keep your head in the end game, which is moving towards your hopes and dreams. With the tarot, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Wands, and the Five of Cups in reverse. There's a feeling that some new beginning has sparked the need to work through and parse away a lot of stagnant grief that has been giving you nightmares and holding you back in your life. The clarifying energies are the Three of Swords, heartbreak, the Eight of Pentacles, putting the work in, the Knight of Wands, movement and travel, and the Four of Swords, rejuvenation. I feel like these are all elements of the journey ahead. Primarily, you need to be focused on putting the work in to clear the heavier things and move forward. As you start moving toward your passions, you need to be aware that there's this heartbreak that's sitting on the edges of your consciousness, and there's a possibility that you'll need to take the occasional step to the side to address and heal yourself as you go. With the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight being at the center of the read, same with that Ace of Wands in the top row, it feels like that's the focus, moving forward and chasing your passion. You need to accept that all you want just won't simply come in stride. There's still a little work to do on the edges, but forward really is the only way to go. And as you move through these energies, you're going to grow and find the happiness and peace you're looking for. Just be prepared for it to be a long journey. As I pull these cards, winter is 3 seasons away, which to me encourages kind of a seasonal check-in on your goals as you move forward. So let's take a quick glance at the charms. We have the letters N, H, and I, which can mean a variety of things to a variety of people. Newness, healing, and initiation come to mind with this particular spread. I see a lot of healing through movement here. Then we have the number 6, which is often a win or resolution in tarot. In the major arcana, it's the Lovers, a choice, a counterpart, Gemini energy. So then we have Virgo, which is practicality and a methodical nature, or late August through September. We have the Dinosaur, something old, perhaps trauma or a relationship you've held on to for a while. Then the glow-in-the-dark eel dude, who I just see as an oddball, an encouragement to blaze your own path forward no matter how ugly. Then we have the Amethyst, which represents a lot of healing symbolically. And then this little pendant that says live your dreams, which really needs no interpretation, but it fits right into this idea that you will just kind of recuperate along the way. Overall, this spread to me looks like healing is coming your way in the midst of moving on. So don't hold back in chasing the things you want, because you're perfectly capable of handling the hangups that may come along the way. Okay, that's what I have for this pile. If you didn't get anything from this read, you're welcome to jump back and watch one of the others. If you liked this reading, please consider liking the video and subscribing to this channel. I'm a fairly new channel and I hope to keep growing. You can leave any questions or comments below. I will try to respond as promptly as possible. So thanks so much and have a good day. Hi there, welcome to the end of the video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, again, I'd like to ask you to consider clicking the like button below and subscribing. I hope to be putting out at least a video a week on this channel going forward, and hope to do both zodiac-based readings and pick a card reads like this one. So I used 4 decks in this reading. The 2 Oracle decks were the Divine Feather Messenger and the Oracle of the Fairies. Both are pretty upbeat and dreamy, which fit the mood I wanted for this reading. Then I used 2 tarot decks, the Kawaii Tarot, which has a basic cute theme, and the Mini Art Nouveau Tarot, which is not just lovely, but integrates well into a spread that has a lot of cards. So if you've watched everything and are still struggling with how to move forward with an eye out to the positive, I get it. I struggle with this a lot, and this video is actually a bit late because I spent most of my week doing bare functional minimums and feeling sorry for myself, saving all my work for whatever free hours I could carve out of Friday morning. This happens, and we need to accept it for what it is, forgive ourselves, and move forward with an aim to do better next time. It's not good to simply disregard the negative behaviors, attitudes, and self-talk we indulge in, but it's also important to recognize that we are all works in progress. And while we need to parse, learn from, and clear these bad habits, no progress is truly linear, all right? So we need to do our best and be charitable and kind with ourselves and others. All right, so this is the actual end of the video, and if you're still watching, thanks so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.